What up? It's your boy Wall Street, back to talk to you all about the NBA. And today I want to talk about Cody Williams, who is a member of the Utah Jazz and was selected with the 10th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft by the Jazz. And he has spent some time in the G League, the Salt Lake City Stars, which is the Jazz G League affiliate. And as you guys might know, he is the younger brother of Jalen Williams, who was a first-time All-Star this year for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out J-Dub. But Cody Williams has not been having a great season, and he's been playing a little bit better since the All-Star break, but it has not been very good. Right, he's averaging 4.7 points per game, 2.2 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. This is all coming in 20.6 minutes per outing, 38 games, 12 starts, and he's just shooting awful. Shooting 33.7% from the field, 28.6% from three, 75% from the line. So he can hit shots. He has a nice stroke. He's just not there yet, right? And we've seen this with a couple rookies so far. Like Reed Shepherd hasn't really, played that well. He's only averaging, around 4 points a game so far this season, as well as the third overall pick. I do think Cody Williams has potential to be a good NBA player. I just think he needs to find his niche. And, you would have hoped that he would have had a better statistical season being on a team as bad as the Jazz are. I think they're either the second worst or the third worst team in the league right now. But like I did say, he has played a little bit better since the All-Star game. Like he had, a couple of weeks back, he had, a game with 8 rebounds, a game with 6 rebounds. Those were back-to-back games. He hadn't been recording that so far. And obviously, it's not that impressive, right? Like 8 rebounds is something that would be typical for a lot of NBA players. He's also shooting 43% from 3 since the All-Star break. There are good things here. You just kind of have to look a little bit deeper at it. And he's incredibly skinny. He's 6'7" and 190 pounds. He just has to put on weight. His brother Jalen is a little bit more built, can play in the paint more, can kind of, get his defender to move certain ways because of how strong he is. Cody's not there yet. And in his one season at Colorado, he wasn't bad, but this clearly, when the Jazz picked him, it was a pick based on potential. And, I don't know if he's ever going to be an all-star, but I do think he could be a solid NBA player. I think he has the makings to be a great defensive player. I think he could be a good rebounder. Like a guy that I think of is like, you guys might not remember this. This is like, random NBA player 101, but like Al-Farouq Aminu, who I think was like the 8th overall pick by the Clippers in the 2010 NBA draft. He was like, a wing player that really was good at getting rebounds, locking down his position, and, just playing hard, really going after loose balls, things like that. He wasn't really a great offensive talent. I think Cody Williams might be able to be a better offensive player, but we'll see. But I do think Cody Williams needs to just improve his body, his strength and his agility, and he could be a really, really good lockdown defender in the NBA, and could be also, a solid rebounder. Will he ever be a 20 point per game scorer? I don't know. I think he could average in the range from 12 to 16 or 17 points per game, which is still a very solid scoring output. But I don't know if he's going to be able to match Jalen Williams, his brother's type of production, right? I don't think he's going to be a 30 point per game scorer. That's just my personal opinion. But I do think there's potential there. I think he can be a solid NBA player. I think it's just going to take time. And I think, while the Jazz rebuild, he's also going to, build up his strengths with them, which is why I think they picked him. I think they understood this was a pick based on potential for what he can be. And, he's just not there yet. And that's fine. I don't like to write off NBA players, right away. I think, guys that get picked anywhere in the draft, obviously if you're the number 1 overall pick, you should be performing decently well, right? Like you shouldn't be averaging single digit points right? You should be averaging at least 10 points per game if you're the number one overall pick, in my opinion, right? And, but even so, if you are the number one pick and you come and you average 8 points a game, or you average, whatever, 8 points, 2 rebounds, whatever, you're not getting playing time, that doesn't mean that you're going to be a bust, right? Like Anthony Bennett, when he started playing in the league, and he averaged, it was like 4 points per game or something crazy like that. Like, I didn't think he was necessarily just going to be a bust. I thought, okay, maybe it's just going to take him a little bit longer. But, obviously he, bounced out of the league pretty quick, and that was, probably the worst number one overall pick in NBA history. But I don't think Cody Williams is going to be a bust. I think he's going to be a solid NBA player. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar or a star for that matter, but he is a guy that I think will, have the potential to maybe be like an all-defensive team member at some point in his career. But it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of work. But, when you have a family member in the NBA who is also an NBA All-Star, it's probably going to work out with Jalen in the summer, and they're going to get better by playing against each other. So I have faith that he's going to get a lot better from here. He's not done progressing yet. So, but let me know what you guys think, man. I want to know what you think about Cody Williams. Do you think he has what it takes to become a solid player in the NBA? I want to know your thoughts, especially because he's gone so under the radar. I feel like no one's really even been talking about him. No one's really hating on him, but I want to know what people think about his potential, where he can go from here, and how good of a player he's going to be. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit me with a like, hit that subscribe button. Got plenty more videos coming your way, talking about the league, all that. Without further ado, guys, I'm going to let you go. Take it easy, stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stay on business. Peace.